Hi everyone and welcome to day 4. Yes, yes, yes. So how are you feeling? Are you learning? Have you learned a lot in last 3 days? How many of you felt that the days really, you know, ran like this? Okay. Uh, if you felt that, give yourself, a pat on your back that you've learned so much. Is that a win? Yes. Yeah. So you've been winning from last 3 days and today is day 4. And the fact that you're watching this video means that you're actually set for winning more. So all the best, my best wishes for that, and congratulations for making to day 4 of the 5-day WhatsApp class. Okay. So today it's all about how to edit like a pro without hiring expensive editors. Yes, editing is expensive and time consuming. How can I make it simpler for you? And how I have made it simpler for so many thousands of people who have, taken my guidance. And second thing that you're going to learn today, discover today, is the bonus steps to publish your book. What are the different publishing options in India? And, you know, I'm not going to tell what is right for you, but you are going to take the right decision based on whatever facts I share. Okay. So let's get started. Before we start, did you do your assignments day 1, 2, and 3? Did you watch all the videos? Okay. Did you learn something from that? Did you take notes? If you have not watched the videos, go ahead and watch them because each session is very very important, worth every penny. Okay, basically each session is worth 3,000 and you pay just 299 to get this treasure of information. Whatever I've learned, not everything. So the thing is that I cannot share a lot of things in these 5 days, but I've tried to give whatever you need right now to begin with your author journey. Of course, there's lot that I know and I can share. It's just that it's not possible practically to share everything in an hour. Okay. So yes, the thing is, what I was telling is, if you've not watched the videos, if you've not completed them, please go ahead and watch them. Second thing is, please do the assignments because you signed up to this course, to this class, just to learn and do things for your book. If you're not taking actions, it's a waste. Yeah, this entire class is a waste if you're not taking actions. Knowledge is not what you need. Okay, knowledge is everywhere. What you need is actions. That's the most underrated superpower. Okay. So let's get started with that. Everyone who did their assignments, a big clap and a high five from me to you. Let's get started now. It's day 4, and I hope that since you are on a winning streak. Don't miss your fourth winning streak. Yes. So with that, let's get started now. It's day 4. Assignments done. Congrats to everyone who did their assignments. So, how do you edit your book like a pro without hiring expensive editors? Now, the thing is, what is editing? What is editing? Can you quickly note down in your notebook, okay, what is it? What is editing? So that when I tell you what is editing, you know where exactly you are lacking. Meaning, what is the wrong understanding you have about editing and what exactly is editing. So for that, please note down quickly what is editing according to you. Pause the video and note down what is editing according to you. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to share is what is editing. I'm going to share the steps as well, how to edit your book. But before that, I want to tell you is editing is not actually checking grammar, fixing the spellings, fixing the punctuations. Okay. This is not a part of, see, this is the last step. Okay. So when people say that I'm going to do this and call this editing, they're scamming you. Okay? They're fooling you. And then they are taking 20,000, 30,000 for this small thing. Or if someone is telling you that I'm going to edit your book in 2,000 or 3,000 rupees, understand that whatever you're paying for is what you're getting. So they're not editing your book. They're just fixing the tense and grammar, okay, and punctuation. So when you think that someone is giving you a good deal, understand that whatever you're paying for, that's what you're going to get. Okay. So if you expect 20,000, 30,000 work to be done in 2,000 rupees, you're not going to get that. Yes. So let's get started now to tell you what is editing. So keep this in mind. Editing is not fixing tense, grammar, punctuation. Okay, editing is not this. Then what is editing? Let me tell you. Now, before that, why edit? Why edit? So note down things, in your notebook. Why edit? Why do you have to edit a book? Yes. So now if you're creating a masterpiece, first thing before I tell you why edit, let me tell you one more thing is when do you edit it? You're going to edit only after completing the first draft of the book. Okay? Only after you've written the book, then only you're going to edit it. Whoever is editing, so if you are editing while writing, meaning you wrote one chapter, before you go to the next chapter, you are polishing it and then going ahead to the next chapter. You know what you're doing? You're acting like someone who is just, I'm giving you the analogy to make it, click with you and also stay there. Imagine a sculptor, okay, who is making a monument or a human figure. Okay, what that sculptor is doing, first he's making only the top part and it's polishing it and making it ready. Imagine that. Okay, then he's going coming to the face, polishing it, making it ready, then coming down. Imagine what wrong you are doing. Okay, what wrong thing you are doing. You are supposed to polish only when the monument is ready. Okay, the complete draft is ready. If you are following the first step, few things that are going to go wrong. One, you're going to take extremely long time to write your book. Yes, you're actually delaying the writing journey. Second thing is editing is from left side of brain, the analytical, logical, critical side of your brain kicking in when you are editing the book. Then what is happening? If you write and edit, you're again changing gears. Just like I discourage people to research while writing, similarly, you shouldn't be editing while writing. Okay. So if you go to edit your book, you will not be able to write your book. Yes, many people actually leave writing the book only because they started editing it. And it then it became impossible to return to writing because writing is creative flow. Okay. Although, I share a lot of how do you actually go into creative flow in my higher level. But yes, for now, you should remember that if at all you want to keep yourself in that creative flow, you have to you know hold yourself from editing your book. Yes, there's several techniques there how to hold yourself. One easiest way is to turn everything that you've written in white font. Okay, color, change the color of the font to white so that you're not able to see at all what you've written, so you're not going to edit it. Yeah. So the thing is when to edit, only after completion of your manuscript. Before that, you're not going to touch it at all. Yeah. Even if you feel the urge, no, I have to do it, you have to hold yourself and always say, okay, I have been told by, Shweta, and I'm going to follow her. So I'm sure a lot of little voices will speak to you and try to become friends with you. Just tell them that, this is from my coach Shweta, and I'm going to follow her completely. Okay. That's how you play around and tackle your little voices. Okay. So now coming to why edit. Now you've understood when to edit. Okay. Why edit? So imagine you walking into a store or you're opening an Amazon page of a book and you look inside. Okay. You look inside and you see, okay, this is a great book. So the first impression that anyone gets from opening any page of the book, okay, it has to be really good. And that's why you have to edit, because your book is actually your replica, it's your mirror. So somehow your book is telling a lot about you. So your reputation, your business, your influence, everything is tied to your book. So ensure that you do create a masterpiece. And yes, only by editing well, you can turn something mediocre into a really real masterpiece. So the real thing, so it's like the more you're going to polish that coal that you had, it's going to turn into diamond because of editing. Okay, clear? Why to edit? Because it affects your reputation, it affects your sales. Imagine someone bought your book but realized it's badly edited, it's badly written. What's going to happen? That person is not going to buy anything from you because they realized that you know the same work or the same excellences will be expected by the reader in all your products or services. So if it is great, your book is great, you're going to turn into a trusted author, and suddenly the reader is going to buy anything that you sell. Yes, so editing is a integral part of your trusted author model. If you have to become a trusted author, you have to edit it really well. Yeah, it is going to affect your business. It is going to be good or bad based on how editing is done. Okay, so even if you follow reader psychology, even if you follow and write your book fast, but editing is badly done, it's going to affect your business. So ensure that whatever steps are given you, you do follow it, follow them to the T. Now, editing is difficult, very difficult. Okay? I've seen people stumble. I've seen people do this mistake. And what is that mistake? I did, I gave so much of time to writing this book. I've spent few months or years to write this particular book. Now, how can I remove these things? I've taken so much of effort. Have you seen any badly edited movie of 3 hours, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, and you'd be like, oh, the movie would have been better, okay, fared well in on the box office if it was properly edited. Okay? So similarly, it applies to your book also. Even if you spend a lot of time writing those words, but if they're not required, they're not required. Okay, they're harming the book and they're not doing any good to your book, so they have to go. I know, editing is going to be painful because it's like murdering your own children. Yes, okay, like what Stephen King says. Okay, when your story is ready for rewrite, cut it to the bone. Get rid of every ounce of excess fat. This is going to hurt. Revising a story down to the bare essentials is always a little like murdering children, but it must be done. Okay? Yes, it must be done. So, are you all with me? You are going to edit your book well. Yes, and uh, imagine. Okay, that's one thing that you have to edit it well. And when to edit, imagine you are editing and going ahead, editing and going ahead. At the end, when you're actually looking at your book, and this time comes when you have to chop off chapters, okay, so you have already done multiple times, multiples of work on any chapter, and what if that chapter is removed? So much of effort you put on polishing. So that is the another reason why you shouldn't be editing while writing, is that you are doing double work, maybe not double, probably 10 times the work. Okay, by following my method, you're actually saving yourself from all that agony and all that effort and all that time spent in editing. Okay, let's do it now. Editing steps now. What are the steps for editing? Shall I give it to you? Or do you already know? Yes, you know. Okay, I'm going to give you right away. Step one. So now, how are we going to edit? Okay, we are going to step back. We're going to step back and look at your book from a higher level. So right now, we are going to see, okay, whether the structure of the book is well, all the ideas flow logically, and the flow is consistent, and the voice is coherent. Whatever concepts that you are taking, or the plot is there, so be it fiction or non-fiction, you will ensure that each chapter connects with the other chapter and all the ideas gel well. Okay, so this is higher level. And you're no, so there are multiple passes. What is one pass? One pass is entirely reading the book entirely, that is one pass, and taking notes. Okay, so in each step I'll be sharing 3 steps here. There are multiple steps, more steps, but these are the 3 basic steps that I'm sharing with you. So in the first step, you will be in this step for multiple passes. For 3 to 5 passes, you will be in this step. And yes, over 20 passes you have to do if you really want to do a good editing of your book. Okay, and no one is going to do it better than yourself, because this is your baby. Yeah, so even if you hire someone and get it done from someone, they will expect that you have done this self editing part by yourself. Okay? So yes, first step, take a step back, read your book entirely, take notes. Okay, what is missing, everything is well, logic, coherency, all that, you take notes. Then read it again, and fix all those things that you thought that should be fixed. Fix them, again read it, again fix, again read it. Okay, so you're not going to exit this step. This is all from one step. So we're not fixing grammar, we're not fixing tense, we are not fixing punctuation, we're not fixing spelling. Those are very easy things that can be done, by any app. Okay, so we are not fixing that. What we are fixing right now is content, for readers, for impact, for influence. Okay? So this is now, right now, that thing you're going to do only at the end when we're sure that this is final. Okay, that's part of proofreading. So that's it. So that's the first step. Okay, several passes here. The second step is now we step, closer to our book. Okay, now we do line by line editing. What we do is now we see chapter as a whole. So now one step closer, now we are seeing chapter, and okay, in this chapter all the things are flowing well, whether from one paragraph to the other, the concept, the thought, the voice is consistent, flowing well. Do I have proper sentence variation? Do I have vocabulary set? Now in this, what is happening is you are doing line by line. Okay, so we've zoomed in from the book overall now to every chapter, from every chapter to every page, from every page to every paragraph, from every paragraph to every line. Okay, so this is what it is. Again, you'll be doing multiple passes here. It's not going to get fixed in one pass. You will fix it again, you're going to read it again, fix it. So 2 to 3 passes here as well in this step. Now when you're sure that this is good, okay, by now your book is almost like nicely polished. Okay, now this is the next step that you're going to do. Now why you're going to do this step? Because when you read your book again and again, what happens is that your eyes become tired and they get used to it. So it's like you're just seeing the same pattern everywhere, and it's very difficult for you to figure out, what can be fixed. Okay, so what you do now, take a print, or just read it out aloud. So here in this case, what you're going to do, you're going to read everything aloud and see how it sounds to the ear. And if you want, so now suddenly you will see, oh shit, why did I miss this? But it has to be done in this sequence only. Okay, so now in this step, you're going to read it aloud and see line by line what is happening. You will realize that, okay, while speaking, the words are coming naturally, and in the written word, you've written something else. So now it will be your decision whether to fix it or not. Okay, so these are the 3 steps. First step is to check everything is in order, take a step back. As a book as a whole, the structure, the ideas, the thoughts, the voice, everything is consistent, coherent, logically placed. Okay. Second step is now chapter wise, you're going to check the same thing that you did in first step. Similarly, now you're going to apply the same thing for every chapter, whether there's sentence variation, paragraph length, and all that. So pacing. So a lot of literary devices that come into picture for second step. And then the third step is reading out aloud and fixing the things. Now, did I ever tell you about grammar, tense, and all? No. Okay, we have not come to that step at all. These are the 3 basic steps of editing. Now, understand, when you give this to someone else and ask them what is it that they're going to do in editing. So even if you have money, resources to give it to someone, but you shouldn't get fooled by someone saying that I'm going to do editing and they do something else for your book, just fixing the grammar and all, which you can do it by yourself. Okay. So don't get fooled. Okay. So now, do you want tools for editing? Do you see that these 3 steps, they're easier to say but difficult to do it? They're going to be time consuming, and if you at all you give someone to do it, the things that I'm asking them to do, these things, this is called developmental editing, line editing. So in this case, the charges are anywhere from 1 rupee to 2 rupee per word. Okay, so if you've written 10,000 words, a book of 10,000 words or 20,000 words, you'll be paying similar amount for editing. Okay, 10 to 15,000, 20,000 for editing your book. Yes, quality editing, professional editing is going to be expensive, but when you're going to give your book to edit, they expect that your book is having first level of editing done. Okay, so you have to do it irrespective of whether you're hiring an editor or not, and you are the best person to do it. So better to develop that full stack brain. Okay, so tools for editing. Okay. Editing is expensive and time consuming. Do you all realize that? Yes, it's going to be difficult, and it's going to take similar amount of time or probably more time than writing the book. And suddenly you will realize that writing was easier. Yeah. But with technology, you can save a lot of your money and effort. So I'm going to give you 3 tools today. Okay. Shall I give it to you? Okay. I'm going to give 3 tools to make your life easy, very, very easy. Okay. So the tools are for step 2. Okay. Step 2, that is line editing. I'm going to give you tools for that. and proofreading. I'm going to give tools for that. Okay. So step 2 can be done by all the 3 tools. Yes. So let me give it to you. Okay. You want to know how you can do it? Okay. Save your time, money, and I know editors are going to hate me because I'm giving their business to you. I mean, you're saving your money, and you'll be able to save this money for all your books. Okay. Let me show you. Okay, you can go to this app. Okay. This is hemingwayapp.com. Okay. Now, as you see, this is a very nice app for line editing. This is free. Desktop app is actually paid, but you can stick with just the web app. Okay, so what you can do is copy whatever you've written here on this, and now what are the things it highlights? So now look at this in yellow. So 1 of 11 sentences. So if it is hard to read, it's going to highlight. So the app highlights lengthy, complex sentences and common errors. If you see a yellow sentence, shorten or split it. Okay. Next, if you see it red, okay, very hard to read. Now, if you see a red highlight, your sentence is so dense and complicated that your readers will get lost trying to follow its meandering, splitting logic. Try editing this sentence to remove the red. Okay. So it told you that one. So if you see a lot of yellows and reds, that means that your book is hard to read. You'll have to rephrase your sentences. Okay. Now let's look at this. Okay, pink. So it is also giving you alternatives, better alternatives, simpler alternatives. Now it's up to you whether you want to accept them or not. You can keep your own vocabulary, your own words, or you can accept those changes suggested by Hemingway app. Now you also see this green, okay, use of passive voice. Okay. Now according to Stephen King, you shouldn't be using passive voice at all. But if your book requires it, so there are several cases where you would have to use passive voice. So now the red flag is if you see entire book and a lot of it in green, clearly shows that you have to rewrite that part. Okay? So you can have just one or two, in greens, maybe one green in one chapter, okay, or one green in few chapters. So if there is one, so if there is a passive voice, then you have to go ahead and change it. Now look at this. Okay, adverbs. Okay, if it highlights adverbs, so in case you're seeing a lot of blues, that means the quality of if your writing is not well. You have to rewrite it. Use the right verbs instead of using adverbs. Yeah. So one more thing. Okay, one disclaimer. Now these are all apps. Okay, these are all programmed. Now, apps, programs, machine cannot replace a human mind. Okay. If I paste something written by Shakespeare as well in this app throws a lot of errors. Okay, I've done that to see, and that shows that you don't have to accept everything that these apps are going to tell. So these apps are not replacing editors. They cannot replace human mind, but they can definitely help you. Okay. So now it's at your discretion. So you have to be confident enough. Okay. Which parts, which suggestions to accept, and which ones to just ignore. Okay. So this is the first app, okay, which is very useful. Now, when do I use them? Once I've self-edited, I've gone through the first 3 steps. Then I use this app to finally polish. Second thing that you should be looking at is Pro Writing Aid. Okay, so this is the next app. Okay, I'm going to paste this here for you, and the other app. So it will give you everything about grammar, tense, and even sentences. Okay, and the next is Grammarly. So even Grammarly is a good app. I use Grammarly and Hemingway app. Even Pro Writing Aid is up to you. I've installed Pro Writing Aid as well. So you can install Pro Writing Aid, Grammarly on your computer, on your laptop. And, they have plugins. So you can actually do that. Okay. Okay. So here we're done with the first module, how to edit your book like a pro without hiring expensive editors. Okay. Did you like that? Did you love the tools? So I want you to go ahead and try that tool today. Okay. What else you're getting? Hold on, it's not over. Okay. So you're getting the bonus now, how to publish your book. Okay, the steps to publish your book. Now the thing is, okay, whoever reaches this particular step, okay, they're like already in celebration mode because it's very difficult. I mean, writing a book is hard. Whoever has done it right has written good book, they know that it's hard. So if you reach till here, you know it's a great achievement, and you should celebrate when you finish your first draft. Okay, let's get started with the steps to publish your book. Okay, so first step. So once you complete your first draft and now you're ready, okay, let me go ahead and publish. But will you publish it that way? No, right? A lot of things need to be done. So let's learn what are the steps actually to publish your book. First thing, you're going to self-edit it. You've just learned the 3 steps and the tools to self-edit your book. Okay, that's the first step. Next step is proofreading. Now, what is proofreading? Proofread. Yeah. So it means that just so this word came from when the books were printed, no digital format was there. Okay. Then before actually sending that task to printer, okay, so a person would actually proofread the entire manuscript again. Okay. So proofreading is checking how the book looks like, no extra. So it's like appearance wise, and also there are no missing punctuations, commas extra here and there, because that time they used to actually type it out. So proofreading is checking off last minute checks, also appearance wise, the margins and all those things that become a part of proofreading. Okay, grammar, punctuation, tense, and overall appearance, new lines. Okay, so that's proofreading. Now, edit. Now, what is edit? So, if you really want to do a great job with your book, hire a professional editor. Yes, I just said that you can skip. I mean, the earlier session was how to save money without hiring expensive editors. Now, here in this step, this is optional. Okay? The edit step is optional. If you're really confident about your work, you can skip it. And if you want one extra, to be really sure that you're doing well, you're doing right, then you can hire a professional editor. And yes, this is editing and not actually proofreading. Okay, so hire a professional editor who can give you the right advice. Okay. So editing, get an another set of eyes to look at your manuscript. Now you need not have a professional editor, as in you'll have to hire one, or if you have in your own network, okay, someone who's very good, confident about their language. They now also you have to be sure that whoever editor, which editor you choose depends on what you've written. Okay, so that editor should be well versed of that genre. Okay, the same editor cannot work for different genres. So be sure whom you're giving your book to edit. Okay, so the next step after editing is formatting. Now the way WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp is same on mobiles. WhatsApp is same for iPhone and Android. Okay, but the backend, meaning the software, will be different because they are on different devices. Similarly, when you've written a book now, okay, the content is same, okay, the words are same, but the formatting has to be different based on what devices that book is going to be seen. Yes, so if that book is seen on digital form, then the content will be the formatting will be different, and for paperback it will be different. Okay, so here in this formatting, you have to format your book based on those different content platforms that you're putting your book to. Okay, so if you're putting your book on iBooks, Play Store, Barnes and Noble, I mean Kobo and Amazon, everyone has their own requirements, so you'll have to adhere to their requirements. Okay, next is now decision whether I should go for traditional publisher, hybrid publisher, vanity publisher, or a self-publisher. Do you know these terms, or you want me to take them? Okay. Do you want me to take them? Traditional, who is a traditional? Okay, by the way, do you think that you're going to get royalty check Okay, when you sign a contract with a traditional publisher, yes or no? I know this is like recorded session, so I cannot hear your answer, but I guess that you are saying yes. But the problem is, who's getting a check, royalty check? So you're going to get a royalty check if you're someone like Chetan Bhagat, you're someone like Preeti Shenoy, if you're someone like Twinkle Khanna. Okay. So what the point I'm getting it as, since you're first time author, okay, you're not going to get a royalty check when you sign a contract. Probably you're signing a contract and paying them amount, the traditional publisher, and asking them to take that risk of publishing a first time author. Yes, that's how the market works. So, shall I tell you what these terms are, and what is right for you? You take that decision. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of these different options of publishing. Yes, okay. So let me give you that. Okay. So traditional versus vanity versus self-publishing. And yes, I'm going to cover hybrid too. So who is a traditional publisher? Okay. Have you heard of Penguin, Rupa, Shrishti, Hachette? Okay. So who are these publishers? So now traditional publishers are those who don't accept everything. Okay, so they are not going to publish anything. Whereas vanity publisher, you go to them and tell them that I want to publish my book. They are going to say, okay, this is the rate card. You select your package, and we are going to publish your book. Okay. So vanity publishers, they accept everything. Traditional publishers, they don't. First thing, they don't, even if they say on their website that we are looking for submission, submit here. Okay. They don't. Meaning, even if you send, don't expect an email from them because they're getting thousands of email every day. So then how do you approach a traditional publisher? You have to go through a literary agent. And literary agent also takes his own sweet time to respond, probably few months, 6 months. So time to market in case of traditional publisher is 2 years, okay, at least. So if you have a book ready right now, you can say that it is going to hit the market after 2 years. That's what happens in traditional publishing. So what all things they give traditional publisher? Um, they're going to publish your book in ebook, in paperback, and also give retail distribution. Yes, so if you walk into one of the retail stores, that traditional publisher is going to ensure that your book reaches those retail stores. Okay, but how many of you actually buy books from a retail store without checking Amazon or Flipkart? I don't do it. So I generally check before I buy. I generally check whether I have a good deal on Amazon, and if there is a difference, I buy from these website. I mean, from Amazon or Flipkart instead of from a retail bookstore. So time to market is high, 2 years. How much money they are going to ask? So traditional publisher generally, this is the ongoing rate right now, anywhere from 8 lakhs to 22 lakhs. Yes. So if you have deep pockets, go ahead and publish traditionally. Yes, you have to pay. Okay. You're not getting anything from there. You have to pay traditional publisher to publish your book. And you're like, no, Shweta, this is wrong. Okay. But this is what happens, and no one is going to tell you so straight on your face. Go and check with any author, and they're not going to say the right number. But I know, because I am in this community from very long time, I know what are the rates or going rates. And cost versus royalty, cost is very high in traditional publishing, now that anywhere from 8 lakhs and above. And royalty is anywhere 30 to 10 to 30%. Okay, so if your book is being sold at 100 rupees or 200 rupees, you are going to get per copy 10 to 20 rupees. Okay, so now you can actually calculate to break even, meaning if you have spent 10 lakhs, that also is on number of copies, 500 copies, 1000 copies, how many copies they are going to print. Okay, so how much money you're going to make? Only that much money, 10,000 or 20,000 rupees only. Okay, from those 100, from those 1000 copies. So you're not breaking even if you sell all those copies. So royalty is very low, cost is really very, very high. Transparency, no transparency at all in traditional publishing. So the contract, based on what contract you have, maybe they'll be sharing the sales numbers in 6 months, every 6 months, or every year. So you don't know how your book is doing in the market. Okay. And marketing, you only have to do it. So even if you're paying 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs to this traditional publisher, that doesn't guarantee you success. Even if you attend IIM, IIT, that doesn't guarantee you success. Okay. Even if you study from any, Stanford or Harvard or all, that doesn't guarantee you success. Okay. So similarly, to whoever you go to publish your book, that doesn't guarantee you success. Okay. Now, who is vanity publisher? Vanity publisher is someone who is going to ask you to pay for whatever services that they are giving. You will find vanity publisher anywhere charging you from 5,000 to 1 lakh. Yeah, and even more, 2 lakhs as well, 3 lakhs as well, depending on who that vanity publisher is and what services they are giving to you. Okay. Then you'll be like, I have a publisher who is publishing my book in 3-4 thousand rupees. Okay. Understand that, I just told some time back, whatever money you're giving, that's what the value is you're getting from that person. Okay. Don't expect services of 1 lakh in 3-4 thousand rupees. That person is not stupid to give you 1 lakh rupee service in 4,000 rupees. You're going to get the similar service. Okay. So that's what is vanity publishing. They are not giving retail distribution. They are just giving, what they are doing is publishing your book on Amazon. So they are doing all soft services for you. And if you want more services from them, you have to pay more to them. Okay. If you want a book cover to be done, you will pay them. If you want editing to be done, you will have to pay them. Whereas in traditional, it's all marked up, meaning they've all charged you for that already. 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, they charge. Now, for marketing also, if you want to market your books and you want their services, that there will be an extra cost on top of that. Okay, traditional vanity. And what is self-publishing? You do it yourself and put all that money that you saved into marketing. Imagine you putting 1 lakh every month on marketing your book. Okay. Success is guaranteed. Yeah. You write a great book, self-publish it, and put that funds of that you would have paid to any traditional or vanity publisher into your own marketing plan, okay, your book marketing expense, and see how it changes everything for you. That's what I recommend. Now, self-publishing time to market is 48 hours. Vanity publishing time to market is 6 months. Cost versus royalty, vanity anywhere from 5,000 to 2 lakhs. Okay, vanity publishing, depending on who the publisher is and what services you're getting from them. Self-publishing, cost versus royalty, cost is very, very low. It will be at actuals. You're getting a cover design, you pay the designer. You're getting editing done, you pay directly to the editor. Okay. If you're not doing any of these things and doing it yourself, cost is zero. Okay. And royalty is up to 70% from Amazon. In vanity case, no transparency. Royalties again 10 to 30%. In self-publishing, you get full royalty, meaning for ebook, 35 to 70% of the royalty based on how you price your book. And for paperback, everything is yours. Cut, subtracting the paperback cost, the printing cost, everything is yours. So, for example, if the printing cost is 150 rupees and you are charging your book, pricing the book at 299, 149 rupees is your profit. Okay, meaning the royalty is all yours in case of paperback. Transparency, self-publishing, fantastic. I love Amazon. The dashboard is updated every hour. Yes, every hour. Whereas in traditional vanity publishing, there's no transparency. I have no idea how many books are getting sold. Marketing, I will happily spend that amount on marketing my books because I have not spent on traditional vanity publishing. I have a lot of funds. In any case, whatever publisher you choose, the marketing has to be done by you. Okay. You go to IIT, IIM or wherever, the work has to be done by you. So you are going to get placed only based on your effort. Okay. Similarly in books as well, in publishing area also. And this applies to everywhere you go in whatever walk of life. Your success depends on yourself and not someone else. Okay. So here also, even if you get published by Penguin 20 lakh by paying 20 lakh rupees, that doesn't guarantee you success at all. There are so many authors who are spending 20 lakhs there. And I have seen those authors' books getting 1-star reviews. So yes, okay. A traditional publisher picking your book doesn't tell that the book is good. Okay. All it tells in these scenarios, in today's scenario, is that you paid enough to them that they're publishing. I'm sorry if I've heard that sentiment of you. Okay, no hard feelings. No one is going to share these insights of the publishing industry so candidly with you. But my mission is to actually spread awareness around publishing, helping people go ahead with the right decision. So it's up to you now what publishing option you take. Maybe some of you who are already watching this video, have already now invested somewhere. Okay. If you ask me examples of vanity publisher, Notion Press, Blue Rose, White Falcon, lot of vanity publishers have mushroomed today, and you tell very proudly on Facebook that I signed a deal, I mean, contract with this publisher. Okay. Not many people actually know that they are vanity publisher, but inside you know that you've paid. Okay. So that little voice knows that you paid to get published. Yeah. So my mantra is never pay to get published. Okay. Become so worthy that the publisher themselves want to publish you. So that's my mantra, and that's what I look up to myself. I know that I've been approached by multiple publishers for printing my book, but they're all asking me to pay. Okay, and I've not paid. I've not resorted to that. I'm still self-published author. And even Robert Kiyosaki, he himself, his latest book is self-published. A lot of leaders now are for self-publishing their books. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you. Tell me, what do you think is the percentage of profit being taken by self-published authors and the traditionally published authors? Say, for example, if 100% from 100% profit on Amazon, how much percentage of profit are being taken? So, percentage of profit is being taken by traditionally published authors. Do you have any idea? So, I'm going to give this number tomorrow. Okay, or you want me to give it to you now? You'll be very surprised to know that. Any idea? Can you guess? 50-50, 70-30, 20-70, yes, 20-90, 20-80, no. Okay. Only 10% of the profit is being made by traditionally published authors. Okay, only 10%. Yeah. So 90% is being taken by the indie authors. India, the self-published authors. With me here, okay? With me, yeah. So what only necessary people today in this age, okay, in the publishing process now are only the writer and the reader. This is by Guy Kawasaki, and these are not my words. So yes, he also agrees that now all we need is readers and writers. We don't need these middlemen at all. There's a lot of research also been there, done a lot of research there, and how this publishing market, where they are moving. But yes, right now this is the information that I wanted to share about the different publishing options to you. Maybe you've already made that decision with someone. It's okay. Okay, it's okay now. But for your next book, beware. Okay? This is just making you aware that maybe you've done a mistake or may not be a mistake at all. You might just enjoy and have a good experience with that publisher. And the experience varies from person to person. But from this, next book onwards, I've given you a thought now and given you a picture. You have a bigger picture now so that you can take an informed decision for your next book. Okay. Now, traditional publishers no longer control the storyteller's narrative. The only one that decides when to write and publish is you. Okay. So now you don't have to chase publishers that print my book, I will pay. Okay? You have that power inside you and you have the tools with you. Go ahead and self publish your book. So after you've done with traditional and self-publishing, decision that which one you want to take. Say, for example, you say, I'm going to self-publish my book. So then now next, what is to be done? So you have to get your book cover design. I've already given you tools from day one. You can use those tools or you can hire a professional designer for you. Anywhere they charge from $35 to $50. That's like what, 3,000 to 5,000 rupees, and you get a very good cover done for yourself. Apply for an ISBN and copyright. Again, these are government website, and if at all you take my mentorship, you get videos of all these things how they are to be done. Okay, and then book launch date. You decide a book launch date now. When do I want to go ahead and launch my book and publish my book on Amazon and Flipkart? Okay, you decide that date. How this date is decided based on who's in your marketing team. Okay, so you have to form your marketing team as well. Now people say, I published my book. I got no sales. Then I asked, did you have a marketing team? They say, no. What is that? Did you have a book launch team? They say, no. What is that? Did you launch your book before you started to write a book? No, I didn't. Why would I do that? Okay. So the thing is that If you're not serious about marketing your book, forget about your book then. Okay? Because if you are not going to market it, how are the readers going to know that there is such book in the market? So if you are someone who wants to give away your book for free, forget about writing this at all. Okay? Because you reaching the readers is also expensive. Like the way I've reached you through ads, I've paid for ads. Okay. So for you also to reach readers, you have to pay for ads. So you cannot give something for free if you, otherwise you'll go bankrupt. And someday you won't be able to give that book for free. So that is the reason why established authors and leaders like Robin Sharma, Amitabh Bachchan, these people have to actually charge for their books. Otherwise, they would have given it for free, right? No. So they cannot give it for free because of this reason also, because marketing is expensive. So if you have to reach your readers, you have to charge so that you can actually reinvest the same amount in marketing and reach more audience. If at all you want to give it for free, reinvest that amount into marketing, reinvest that amount in marketing. So yes, marketing comes before writing. Yeah. So now you've reached the marketing team, and then go ahead and publish your book when you have a team in place. Okay. So that they are going to help you promote your book and reach more readers. And then yes, celebrate and start selling, because many people reach here, okay, but they don't reach here. You know why? They develop weak knees, cold feet. Okay. What does that mean? Okay. That means that they're suddenly afraid of being in the center stage. They're suddenly afraid that, oh, what are people going to think about me? What if they don't like it? And what if I start getting these reviews? What if? Okay. The thing is that their mind gets so clouded by all these negative thoughts that they don't reach here. That is why my day one and day two. Okay. So that you form a protective layer around you, you become thick skinned, you become lucky. Okay. So one of the traits of being lucky is that you have that vision, you have that mindset, so that you are on your path irrespective of what people talk about you and speak to you. Okay. So yes, publish, celebrate, and start selling. So these are the steps, and these are the different publishing options for India. And if writing a book is hard, publishing it right way in the right way is harder. I've made it simple, so simple that even a doctor aged 60 plus years could write and publish a great book in a few weeks, and it became a bestseller soon after it was published by him. Yes, you want to see this? Okay. This is a book by Dr. Thomas, and as you can see, it's a bestseller in historical fiction, which is very competitive next to Suhail Dev by Amish. Yes, that's Dr. Thomas. He is, in my mentorship program, and he not only published but also made it a bestseller. So that's about day 4. Editing your book like a pro, steps to publish your book. These are the 2 things that you learned today, and this is your assignment. Go ahead, try the Hemingway app, try the Pro Writing Aid app, try the Grammarly app. Take one sample page. So write a sample page, maybe the first page of your book, and then try editing using the app. Okay. So that's about today. Okay. Are you learning something in today? Did you learn something new? Did you learn something new today? Yes. Okay. So give me a high five, because this is a win. Okay. A high five, and sending you a lot of good energies there, so that you can complete your assignment, and so that you can get the millionaire author badges, personalized badges with your photo on them, so that you could be one of the lucky winners to win the 299 rupees Amazon gift voucher. Okay. Now I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Don't be late, because we are going to start sharp at 7 p.m. and you're going to learn the different case studies of how my authors, my inner circle authors, were able to not only get published but became best-selling authors. I'll be sharing them, and then what's in store, for you after this. You've gained momentum now. Now, how you can continue with this momentum and complete your book in next 30 days, that's what I'm going to share tomorrow. So if you want to be someone out there out of league and become better than who you are today and transform yourself into a celebrity, okay, yes, writing a book can turn you into a celebrity, where people come to take your autographs. People, invite you to events, to go and give a talk about your book, or tell people how has been your author journey, or how has been your journey as a person becoming an author, becoming a coach, a consultant, a lawyer, a banker, a person who you have become. So, you know, when you write a book, you're not just writing a book, okay? You're also transforming yourself into an author. And that takes a lot of effort. And I'm happy that you are on the right path. So I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Everything about writing like a best selling author and becoming the most trusted author. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. Take care. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.